Hey folks, this is Dave Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle. Today, I'm recording video number 10 in the 10 Big Rocks of the Department of Corrections, or 10 Big Rocks of Corrections. And that is restoration. The purpose of corrections, one of the purposes of corrections, is to prepare people to re-enter society. They're serving a sentence imposed on them by a jury of their peers and a judge. And we are charged with making sure that they serve that sentence. We're charged with providing them with care, custody, and control to ensure that they serve the sentence handed down to them by a jury of their peers and a judge. So, once we are done with that mission, once we are finished providing the care, custody, and control to the individuals in our charge, and we send them back into society, do we just open the front gate, tell them to kick rocks? No, that's not what we do. We restore them to their place in society. If their place in society was nothing but criminalistic activities, then of course that's where number 9 comes into play with rehabilitation. Okay, but with the restoration, we are trying to restore a law-abiding member of society to society. We're not trying to send somebody that did nothing but get better at being a criminal back into society outside of our institutions. That's not what the mission of corrections is. So, restoration. If we, and I'm throwing examples out there, I've never actually thought about this from my own personal experience. I'm just throwing stuff out there, okay? If we bring somebody into the prison system that they come in not knowing how to read or write, they come in legitimately not knowing right from wrong, they've not had any homeschooling, not had any training, not had anybody care enough to teach them how to do anything but lie, cheat, and steal. And we send them out with an inability to read and write, without knowing the difference between right and wrong, and having done nothing but learn how to better lie, cheat, and steal from the inmates that lie, cheat, and steal inside the institution. What good have we done society? We haven't. Plain and simple, we haven't. If we, while we're in the prison, do an active rehabilitation with that individual, and we give them the ability to read and write, we give them a GED, we teach them right from wrong, we teach them patience, we teach them all the things that law-abiding members of society need to know, yet we're not willing to help them as they exit our institutions. We're not willing to help them as they go back into society. All the tools that we have given them inside the institution, they might come into play and they might just make it. Then again, they might not. So why do we want to give them all the tools but not provide them with an opportunity to use them? There are many organizations out there where people are willing to help an ex-con, for need of a better word, an ex-con that gets out of prison. They're willing to help them. Part of what we do is re-entry at the institution that I'm at is we coordinate a place to live. We coordinate a place for them to be employed. We coordinate them having all of the identification and licenses that they need when they get out of prison in order to make it. When I'm releasing inmates, and that's part of my job, that's part of what I do, is I release inmates back to society. One of the things that I have to do is provide them with the identification that we have procured for them, or we have allowed them the opportunity to procure by inviting people into our facility to get them the items that they need. one of the things that we routinely bring into the facility is called a flow bus. And that is a way for the inmates to get the identification and the licenses that they actually need. State of Florida identification card, a birth certificate, Social Security card, things that they need. We actively help them get those things so that if they go to a job app or a job interview that we have set up for them that requires a picture ID, they have one. And they don't have to present their prison ID, even though we have a prison ID that we give them. They take it out with them, and you need to turn it over. It's got a release sticker on it saying that this individual was released from the Department of Corrections custody on such date. I sign it and the inmate signs it, okay? But to actually have an identification card with a gold star on it from the state of Florida is greatly beneficial to that individual when he's trying to get that job. Having a birth certificate when a birth certificate is required to get a job is greatly beneficial to that individual when they're trying to get a job. Restoring them to society is not just opening the gate and saying, kick rocks, have a nice life. That's not what it's about. You want them back in prison, do that. Do that. Even if you give them the tools, if you just open up the gate, tell them to kick rocks, give them a $100 bill and send them down the road, you're going to see them again. You might as well leave the light on because they're coming back. That's not what we want in corrections. What we want in corrections is for these people to go back into society as law-abiding members of society, productive members of society that are going to contribute to the society that they live in and make it better. And make it better. It's all about making it better. Department of Corrections, corrections in general, should be all about making it better. And if you take a positive stance and a positive position of allowing an individual to succeed when they leave your institutions, then mission accomplished. In my opinion, mission accomplished. If they come in a criminal and they leave a business person, mission accomplished. If they come to us as a criminal and they leave a loving, devoted father providing for their family, mission accomplished. I have said it over and over again in my career, folks. If crime went away and there was no need for a Department of Corrections, I would find another job. I would. Until that time happens, I'll be here correcting behavior, just like I have been my entire career. Folks, this is David Smith, the Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I don't think I can add anything else to this video. Okay? There will be a wrap-up video for the big rocks. Because as I've gone on, I have found different ways to add to topics that I have already said. So I'm going to do a wrap-up video. And I'm hoping in the near future to have people on with me so that I can actually engage people in an active dialogue about things. And I'm contemplating with the wrap-up video having somebody else come in. Having somebody else come into the channel on a video and just say, hey, this is what I've got for the big rocks. What's your take on it? Let's open a dialogue. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about these things. Okay? As always, if you like the video, please hit the like button. You want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications when I post new videos. And engage. Engage, people. Talk to me. Send me some comments. I might not get to them right away, but I will get to them. And I do like your comments. I like to engage with you. All right? There is no place for domestic violence in this world. We need to get rid of it. 1-800-799-SAFE. If you know a victim, or if you are a victim, people at the other end of that phone will be able to help you. They have the tools and resources necessary to be able to help victims of domestic violence. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. If you know the abuser in an abusive relationship, the worst thing you can do is nothing. Say something to somebody. And if you are the abuser, get help. There's help for you. First thing you got to do is admit that you need it. Second thing you got to do is ask for it. My name's David Smith. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Y'all stay safe upon the fence. I'll see you in the next video.